2, 1.
Here we go!
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another season of Anahuac Panther football right here on Anahuac Sports Live. Trent Hart here, and unfortunately, Alex Outram is working a little bit late as the game got moved to 3:30. We're now on a delay as we've had some lightning in the area. Some weather starting to move through. We don't know how long the delay might be, but we'll get going with some scrimmage action between Hamshire Fannett and Anahuac here soon, hopefully. But please just be patient as we try to figure out what's going down on the field. Some of the referees are gathering here on the north side, and both teams are huddled up inside the locker rooms away from the weather. But as soon as we see that they're going to be making their way out on the field and the officials deem it safe to get out on the field, we'll come back here right here on Anahuac Sports Live. So just stay tuned, and we'll keep everybody updated as things develop.
best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championship.
Are they live reads or are they just
Texas tradition? Log on to SeatGeek.com.
That was my one.
Whatever it is you wrangle, whatever seeds you sow, no matter what you nurture or what you choose to grow, at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to protect all Texans.
Back here from New Caney ISD Stadium here on the far northeast side of Houston, where Cold Spring and Anahuac have met for the by-district round at a neutral location. Nice complex that they have built here for New Caney ISD.
Nice. That's a that is the least of the word that I would speak of. I mean, it's on par with Katie's Stadium, I believe. Super nice facility and you know, very helpful staff here. We appreciate the staff here at Randall Reed Stadium for helping us get going as much as we could here. We were scrambling around earlier trying our best to figure out what the difficulties were, and they've been a lot of help.
Second down and goal from the 5. As Cold Spring running out of the wing tee, Luke Monroe under center. Handoff or pitch straight up the middle is going to go nowhere. He's going to fall forward for about a yard as Caden Hampton was in on the tackle. We'll bring up third down and goal. Cold Spring has converted all 3 of their third downs here on this drive. If the Panthers can hold them here, can at worst come out tied here with less than a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Monroe under center. Sends a man in motion, pitch right. Trying to get outside, has blockers, has a man, and is into the end zone. Touchdown. Katie Bookman punches it in from 4 yards out as the Trojans take the lead 6-3. Boy, what a drive that was, Trent, as eating up almost 9 minutes of the first quarter. And
when you talk about clock management, they certainly did so on that drive as the bobbled kick, and it's picked up by the Panthers. That's Garrett Dye. He has got lots of room to run. He's across the 50. Nobody's going to catch him.
He is going to take it all the way for the 2-point conversion as Anahuac will tack on 2 points. Kai Till and Garrett Dye tag teaming to put 2 points on the board for the Panthers, which can be huge in this type of ball game. Kai Till with the block, Garrett Dye with some offensive outbreak here the last game in the first quarter. Touchdown last week, 2-point conversion this week. Your new score, Cold Spring leads Anahuac 6-5 as a baseball game is broken out at a football game, as we'll continue after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Building a new home? Does your driveway need that long overdue facelift? Or are you just looking to finally get your lot cleared and ready to build something great? Look no further and trust the locally owned and operated professionals at Title Services Incorporated. No need to hire multiple contractors. Title Services does all phases of residential and commercial land clearing, house pads, ponds, dirt and rock delivery, and demolition. Call for a free estimate, 409-267-1057, or visit them on Facebook at Title Services, Inc. Custom Processing, professional guided hunts, hide tanning, and gator merchandise. Porter's Processing and Alligator Farm offers a personal experience like no other. Locally owned and operated in Anahuac, Texas since 1987, Porter's has been Southeast Texas' premier choice for any hunting adventure need.
Now offering full-service processing of gator, deer, beef, hogs, and other wild game. Make Porter's Processing this hunting season's one-stop shop. Visit them today at portersprocessing.com or call 409-267-8413.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, Kristen Hart here, your primetime crew from New Caney ISD Stadium, by-district round of the playoffs, as once more it is Andrew Tyson with the ball teed up for the Trojans, as the onside kick is going to be taken and dropped at the 47-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate everybody coming back to the feed. We apologize again that we had to stop and restart to get the video going for you guys. Want to remind everybody, if you were watching on your TV and you were watching through a YouTube app, you might want to close that app on your TV to re-find it if you're having trouble or if somebody's asking you how to get to it on their television set. That you want to close the YouTube app down, go back into YouTube, go back to the Anahuac Sports Live YouTube page, and we should be up and running there. Otherwise, go to the links on our Facebook page.
First down and 10. Sanchez, left side, is going to fight his way forward into Trojan territory. It's going to be a pickup of 4. Sanchez, his third carry for 15 yards. As the Panthers are going to try to get one more playoff here in the first quarter. Back to the line of scrimmage quickly. Sanchez to deep back. Fakes it. Landon on the end around. Makes a move. Cuts back. Is going to get down to the Trojan 45. As that is going to be the end of the first quarter of play. They're going to swap sides. And we'll be back with the second quarter of action after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Shines on local students making their mark.
We grind as brothers, and we won as brothers today.
We just have each other's back no matter what.
See what it takes to be the best in class. High School Spotlight, Sunday on Valley Sports Southwest.
Anahuac Sports Live is brought to you in part by Hillary Otto, insurance agent with Texas Farm Bureau, Porter's Wild Game Processing and Alligator Farm, Title Services Incorporated, Anahuac National Bank, member FDIC, Chambers County Abstract Company, Third Coast Integrated Martial Arts, Turn 2 Specialty Companies, and Wilcox Drugstore in Anahuac.
Alex Outram, Trent Hart back here for the second quarter of play. Again, we do apologize about the technical difficulties. We do believe that we've had everything worked out at this point, so we hope that you enjoy the ball game. 6-5, Cold Spring leading the Panthers. That last drive for Cold Spring, 16 plays, ate up 8 minutes and 33 seconds. 4-yard touchdown for Bookman. The extra point was blocked by Till, picked up by Dye, taken back for 2 points, 6-5. Your new score as Sanchez goes off right side, fighting his way forward, dragging defenders with him. As that is going to be a big pickup of 12, giving him 11 yards, move the chains, first down.
What an effort there by Christian Sanchez to run that football, Alex. I mean, he was spinning, lowering his shoulder, and just turning those legs to get every yard that he could get.
Third first down of the ball game for the Panthers. First down and 10 from the Trojan 34. Curiel under center, hands off. Corbett has room right side across the 30, cuts back, makes another cutback, is going to stiff arm a man, gets down to the 10, as that's going to be a pickup of 24. Move the chains once more. Panthers back in action. 5 carries, 85 yards for Landon here in just over a quarter. Quickly, Curiel, pitch right. Corbett met at the line of scrimmage. Is not going to get anything that time. We'll bring up second down and goal to go. This is where it kind of bogged down for the Panthers on the first drive. Had to settle for a field goal. Would love to punch it into the end zone after the extra 2 points that they picked up on the blocked point after.
I apologize for not keeping up with the downs for you guys. I'm still trying to work through a little bit of the kinks.
Landon now out of the shotgun is going to hand it off to Sanchez. Flags down. We'll have to see what it is. As it stands now, it's going to be a pickup of 2.
Looks like a chop block.
We'll see who they're talking to. It was on the Panthers, so that is going to nullify the run by Sanchez. The chop block takes it back to the 25, 2nd down and goal from the 25. First penalty of the ball game for the Panthers is a costly one. Landon will stay in at quarterback, under center, sets back, rolls right, looking downfield, has Bailey if he wants him. Throw is going to be outside, but is going to be caught. So that will be a pickup of 8. Brings up 3rd down and long.
Well, they're in Sanchez's leg range as far as a field goal goes. But I'm sure they're going to try and take a shot at the end zone at least here.
Curio back under center.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Anahuac Sports Live as we are continuing to wait out the lightning delay here at Kyle White Stadium for the matchup scrimmage from Hamshire Fannett. It comes to Anahuac to scrimmage the Panthers tonight. We're just sitting out waiting for an update. The officials now have moved to the south side of the field. We constantly see lightning in the background. Let me switch over to the live camera so maybe y'all can see some of it in the background as we are just waiting for the word whether or not we will be able to get going here this afternoon. The scrimmage did get moved up from its original start time to 3:30, then it got pushed out to 3:45. We are now almost 10 after 4. And right now it's not looking too promising, but we're holding out hope that the weather will kind of break up here. We can get some football action going here on a Thursday night. Just wanted to, there goes some lightning you can see there in the background. It's being pretty persistent at this point. But I am seeing a couple of coaches make their way up here to the box. Maybe they'll have an update for us. In the meantime, we're going to go back to last year's bi-district playoff game of Cold Spring versus Anahuac. And as soon as we have an update, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back with you. Just stay tuned, and we will let everybody know what's going on as soon as we do.
As Corbett gets back to the line of scrimmage,
And that will bring on the field goal unit. And this is going to be a pretty long one.
Should be about 34 or 35 yards, depending on where they spot it. And it looks like Zion is going to set up at the 24, so it would be a 34-yard field goal for Christian Sanchez. Snap is back. Hold is good. Kick is end over end, and the kick is good.
Had plenty of leg on it.
So with 9:18 remaining here in the first half, the Panthers have retaken the lead as they now lead 8-6. As we'll be back with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Heard about shopping local? How about banking local? Since 1976, Anahuac National Bank is the only locally owned and operated bank in Chambers County. We know you see Anahuac National Bank folks out in the community supporting our schools, veterans, and nonprofits. Why not bank where you live? These experienced banking professionals understand local businesses and the housing market. Visit online today at anbank.net, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
So got just a little bit ahead of ourselves. Did not see the laundry on the field. Roughing the kicker gives the Panthers an automatic first down from the 9. Goal to go. Quick pass left side. Trying to get in the end zones. Clark, touchdown. Touchdown, Zion Clark from Marcus Curiel.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Anahuac Sports Live. We appreciate everybody's patience as we sit out and wait out the lightning and weather delay. As you can see on our live feed earlier, that there is quite a bit of weather moving through to our east. And we are waiting to see if we'll get a window to start the scrimmage between Hamshire Fannett and Anahuac. But in the meantime, we're going to talk a little bit about Anahuac and what happened last year. We were watching a little bit of the by-district championship game from last year against Cold Spring, and Anahuac was able to come up with the win there and advance on to the area round where they faced Columbus and lost a heartbreaker there. But this year the Panthers are moving on. They're working hard to see if they can't get further than the area round and break that all-important barrier there for the Panthers, as they have not advanced past the area round since, I believe, 98. A few things to go over for the Panthers, some key losses for them was Zion Clark, the wide receiver who went on to sign with Lamar in the offseason. He is there now. Also a couple of key losses on the offensive line for the Panthers. But they have 7 returning starters on both sides of the football. One of the key starters, as you know, is senior running back Landon Corbett. And as you can see on the graphic on the screen, he is a senior this year. Last year, he rushed for 177 yards, 1,360 on the ground, 25 touchdowns, averaging just over 7.5 yards per carry. He will be doing most of his work out of the backfield this year again, and hoping to improve on those stats, which I very much anticipate him coming out with much more yardage, touchdowns, and yards per carry across the board. And you will hear us talk about it in the pregame show next week as Newton comes to town. That is the number 6 Newton Eagles, as the Anahuac Panthers are going to be facing a very tough test for their very first preseason game of 2022. Outside of that, the players to keep watch for this year, tight end senior Robert Bailey. Robert Bailey is a very big kid. He's got a lot of potential, a lot of athletic ability. He'll be getting a heck of a lot more touches, I believe, in the flats for the Panthers. As we look on the defensive side of the ball, senior Kai Teal was a standout player last year, made a lot of open field tackles, made a lot of penetration up front, getting to the quarterback. Some interceptions go to him as well. The Panthers will also be looking at junior KJ Moore to step into the wide receiver role. He was opposite Zion Clark last year a lot of times, got a lot of passes thrown his way. But KJ will be looking for the number 1 wide receiver spot. And, some big shoes to fill, but KJ definitely has the ability to step into that role very comfortably. Also, defensive back junior Garrett Dye, you saw in the by-district game last year making a huge play on a bobbled field goal attempt, scooping up and going 80 yards to score 2 in the by-district game last year, as well as many open field tackles and getting in on plays all over the field. Coaches are ecstatic about sophomore Quandre Coates. He'll be playing defensive end. Quandre making a lot of big heads-up plays, one particularly in Buno where he had an interception, and the coaches have said it in Dave Campbell's high school football that Quandre has unlimited potential, which I and probably Alex would also agree with that assessment. And then we look, at the quarterback situation. The freshman Brady Barrier coming in as a new move in for the Panthers. He is a freshman. He's going to be stepping into that quarterback role, and we're looking at him because I've heard some great things out of the camp and out of the scrimmage from last week. And, yeah, I don't know the stats currently, Julie, because I don't have them in front of me. I was kind of unprepared. We weren't going to go over all this tonight, just kind of going through some of these things. We will definitely go more in depth to some of those stats next week. But these are definitely the players to watch on this Panther squad this year. As I mentioned earlier, the Panthers are looking to get past that area round where they got to last year and came up a little bit short against the Columbus team that went on a couple more rounds after that. But otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, we are still on a weather delay. We're watching the officials on midfield currently, and that's a little bit better than what it has been. They made their way from the north side to the south side, and now looking at each other, kind of talking it out. But we are still seeing lightning off to our east as clouds continue to roll through, and we're hoping to get a window in this weather so that we can get this scrimmage underway. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We'll get everybody updated as soon as we know something. You'll know, and we're going to go back to the by-district game from last season for you to watch until we figure out what is going to happen with this scrimmage here tonight. But don't go anywhere. We'll be back here on Anahuac Sports Live.
Break there.
What a change of events.
Well, I mean, they couldn't have asked for anything better than that, getting a roughing the kicker call, giving him a fresh set of downs, and then passing it over here in the flat to Clark for 6.
1 for 2 for Marcus Curiel for 9 yards. Zion's first touchdown of the game. Now, with the score 11-6, probably want to try to go for 2 to make it a one-possession ball game.
There's going to be a timeout called by Anahuac. They're going to think about it.
We're going to take it with.
No, we'll keep it here for a minute. Maybe we can talk a little bit about what we were going to talk about in the pregame. But if you notice in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, there is a game between Columbus and Rockdale. The winner of this game will face the winner of that game. So we're going to be watching that game really, really closely here as time goes by. Again, want to thank everybody for sticking around, coming back after we had to restart the stream. We appreciate everybody's patience there. We especially appreciate all the staff here at Randall Reed Stadium for working with us so hard to try and get this stream up. Big thanks to Terry Fortenberry and Kristen Hart as well behind me. We were just desperately trying to get everything going for you guys. And in this great stadium and this great complex, it's just it's a matter of distance, right, Alex, as far as our cabling and stuff goes, so we couldn't quite get it to where we wanted to be. But now we're back up and running. We did have an interview with Coach Greg Neese. We might be able to get to that at halftime. But the Anahuac Panthers have thought about it. Now they're going to line up and go for 2.
So Corbett's going to come out of the gun. He's going to be offset to his right by Sanchez. One wideout's Bailey. Corbett taking it right side, has room into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So with the 2-point conversion, the Panthers have now extended their lead 13-6 here with 9:10 remaining in the first half. As now we'll go ahead and take a timeout after that conversion, as we'll be back with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
Since 1948, Wilcox Drug Store has been the Anahuac area's most experienced and trusted pharmacy. Continuing its long-lasting reputation for personal attention to all your medical needs, Wilcox Drug Store offers counsel, refills, transfers, compounding, flu shots, and delivery. Visit pharmacist Dave Wilcox and his experienced staff today at 1208 Miller Street in Anahuac or call 409-267-6141. Wilcox Drug Store, delivering solutions, delivering confidence.
9:10 remaining here in the first half. The Panthers have hit pay dirt. They lead the Trojans 13-6. Christian Sanchez has it teed up at the 40 as he gets into it. Line drive kick is going to bounce at the 20. Is going to be picked up at the 1 across the 10. Making some moves, is not going to get back to the 20. Questionable decision to take that one from the 1 from Bookman, as now the Trojans will start from their own 19.
Well, definitely a questionable decision there, but, I mean, he did get it back close to the 20. And we saw what the Trojan offense was able to put together the last drive, eating up a ton of the clock, keeping everything on the ground. And we'll see what they can do here.
First down and 10 from their own 19. Monroe, the quarterback, under center. 3 running backs behind him. Inside handoff is going to go forward for 5. Dean. Dean with 8 carries, 37 yards in on the tackle. Presley Mouton. Second down and 5 from the Trojan 24. We'll tick under 8.5 remaining in the first half after this play. Good turnout for both sides. Monroe under center. Handoff to the first back through. It's Dean again. He's going to get to the 30. That's going to be a pickup of 6, and that's going to be the 5th first down of the ball game for the Trojans.
Well, back right into their rhythm, Alex, is the Trojan offense as they continue to push the ball forward. And the Anahuac Panther defense is yet to make that little adjustment to try and figure out the run game.
I talked to head coach Greg Neese about the difference of a wing T formation team, how the defense would have to adjust, and, you know, it's manning the gaps and making sure that you make the tackle on the first try. First man through gets the ball, cuts it back inside, then outside. It's going to be a pickup of 6 as Dean now has been getting the last few carries. He's got 10 carries for 49 yards. It's going to bring up second down and 4. This is really an offense that the Panthers hadn't seen this year. We saw a different version of the wing T.
Right.
With I don't think it was Fur. One of the games that we had done before district play.
Well, the wing T, a very popular offense here in Texas. Just the Panthers haven't been able to see much of it this year.
Inside handoff as the Panthers were able to group tackle. Eddie Brown with his first carry. Wing T was very popular in the early 1900s when football was developed.
Well, it got back into style. I remember back in the early 2000s, Alex, as you saw more and more of it as the years have went by, and a lot of football teams here in Texas use it now.
A lot of success, especially when you get into the playoffs. Pitch is going to be short. He's going to be a yard short.
I bet they go for it, though.
They did go for it on their first drive, 4th down and 1. Dean with the pickup of 1. They did convert on the 4th down in the first half, or in the first quarter. They do appear to be keeping their offense on the field right now. So it's going to be 4th down and 1. The Trojans are going to go for it once more. Panthers defense has almost everyone in the box. Looked like movement, but outside pitch is going to break contain, cross into Panther territory, and he's going to take it to the house on 4th and 1.
No flags and a great run there by Easton Dean.
61 yard.
Well, when you stack the box like that, Alex, as you mentioned, everybody was in there. You get past that first level, and it's pretty much all green from there.
Four plays, 81 yards.
Well, wait a minute. I didn't see a flag, but they are marching back, and it is against the Trojans.
I can't see the Trojan numbers, and I can't see flags on the field.
There it is, blended in with the 30-yard line.
Good Lord.
So let's take that touchdown back, take the flag down.
And I thought I said it pre-snap, I thought I saw movement, and that's exactly what it was, and it was an illegal shift as he was shifting while the ball was snapped. Side of the Panthers with the flags, and we definitely deserve some after last week.
Ain't no joke.
So punting unit has come on for the Trojans. 4th down and 6 after the penalty.
Looks like number 12 back there, Alex, if you were looking.
Kobe Tyson handling the punting duties. Snap back, rugby-style punt is going to go end over end. It's going to bounce at the 50, and it's going to take a Trojan roll as it's going to roll down to the 30, and that is where it will come to rest.
What a bounce there for the Trojans to get it all the way back down to the Panther 30.
So I've met my limit of being juked out tonight. Thankfully, we got it done here in the first half. I'll quit calling plays for what they are. So 1st down and 10 for the Panthers. 5:27 remaining here in the first half. Panthers would love to drive down and put up another touchdown. 3 wide. Single setback is Sanchez. It's Corbett. Corbett's going to get the handoff. Straight up Broadway. Fighting his way forward. Is going to fall forward to the 36. As that is going to be a pickup of 6 for Landon. Landon now has 91 yards on 8 carries.
And something that we didn't be able to go over in the pregame, Landon Corbett and Christian Sanchez both over 1,000 yards on the regular season.
Panthers going 3 wide again. Quick toss to Sanchez. Sanchez across the 40, across the 45, as that's going to be a pickup of 14.
Well, the Panthers have definitely got to capitalize here on that punt. There's no two ways about it. They've got to put some points on the board.
Corbett, right side, finding his way forward, is going to come up a yard short of the 1st down. That puts Corbett over this to the century mark. 9 rushes, 100 yards, 2nd down and 1. We've got a timeout on an official's timeout on the field, and we'll take it with them. Your score, 13-6 on your Title Services scoreboard here in the 2nd quarter. Back after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
The best football teams in Texas collide inside AT&T Stadium, all battling to be crowned champions. Get your tickets now for the UIL State Championships. Be a part of this Texas tradition. Log on to SeatGeek.com.
To running back. Alex Outram, Trent Hart, Terry Fortenberry, and Kristen Hart here, your primetime crew. As 2nd down and 1 after the official timeout for the Panthers. 4:29 and counting here in the first half. 2nd down and 1. Curiel feeds Sanchez. Across the 40, fighting his way forward, is going to be taken down at the 34. It's going to be a pickup of 12. Move the chain. 6th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. Check that. 7th first down of the ball game for the Panthers. 5 carries, 38 yards for Sanchez. Quickly, now the Panthers running 4 wide. Landon Corbett, the lone setback. Curiel under center. Handoff, Landon straight up the gut, fighting his way forward, is going to get down to the 29, give him a pickup of 5. We'll bring up 2nd down and 5. Kyron Rogers, the free safety that head coach Greg Neese talked about in the pregame show, on the tackle. Fakes the pitch, handoff straight up Broadway, finding his way, pushing his way forward. The scrum is going to be a pickup of 3. We'll bring up 3rd down and 2. So 3rd down, 3. We'll tick under 3 minutes And 15 seconds and counting here. Curiel under center, pitch right. Sanchez has room. First down more. 20-15 is going to get taken down at the 11.
Well, I'll tell you what, Christian Sanchez looks like a man on a mission tonight, Alex. And it being his senior year, you can't tell me that he doesn't want this super bad tonight.
56 yards after the pickup of 15. 8th first down of the first half for the Panthers. First down and 10 from the 11. Panthers got the ball first. Curiel under center. Quick pass. Landon at the 10 is going to fight his way forward. He's going to get a yard on the quick pass. Three of 4 for Marcus Curiel for 24 yards. He's hit Clark on a 9-yard touchdown, Sanchez for a 14-yard screen, and Corbett for a 1-yard screen. Second down and 9 from the 10. Sanchez is the lone back, sends Corbett in motion, pitch left. Sanchez has nowhere to go as the blocking did not hold up for him. He's going to end up losing 2. We'll bring up third down and 11 from the 12. Trojan defense really got in there, including number 44, Ricky Lewis.
I'll tell you what, so far I've been impressed with the Cold Spring red zone defense. It's every time that the Anahuac Panthers have gotten into that red zone of theirs, I mean, they have stiffened up and held the Anahuac Panthers really, really close.
Yeah, they have buckled down when the Panthers have gotten close. We'll tick under a minute and a half remaining here in the first half. Curiel will send Clark in motion, is going to roll right, looking downfield, is going to throw it up, has a man, is going to be in and out of the hands of who was down there, Galeas.
Yep. Well, that's going to bring on the field goal unit once again for the Panthers.
Going to be watching for flags on this field goal attempt. So the ball is at the 12. Will be spotted at the 19. Will be a 29-yard field goal attempt for Christian Sanchez. He has been good from 22. He was good from 34, even though it was called back.
So they'll be extra careful not to get close to him this time.
High snap is brought down. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 1:27 remaining here in the first half, the Panthers have struck again as they extend their lead to 10. Your new score, 16-6. As we'll continue with more after this on Anahuac Sports Live.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Trent Hart back here with Anahuac Sports Live. We appreciate everybody being so very patient as we were waiting out the weather delay here in Anahuac. It doesn't show any signs of letting up. There's lightning all around us, and the clouds are moving through. Some rain sprinkles have fallen here at Kyle White Stadium. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that we're going to wrap things up because it looks like the stands are starting to clear. The players are going back to their respective locker rooms or buses, and it looks like we are going to be canceled here in Anahuac for the scrimmage between Hamshire Fannett and Anahuac. Outside of that, if anything gets back going later, we'll have an update on our socials. Just be looking out for that. But otherwise, we're going to cancel the stream for today. Be sure to look for us next week as the number 6 Newton Eagles come to town. And Anahuac will be taking on them in their first preseason game of the year and Alex Outram and Terry Fortenberry will be back with us next week. Pregame will start at 7 o'clock, and we'll have a full preview of the 22-22 season for you, along with stats and a preview of some of the district teams that Anahuac will be facing this year. But again, we appreciate everybody being so patient and waiting it out. And but we'll see everyone next week as Newton comes to town, and that'll be next Friday, 7 o'clock pregame show. So for Terry Fortenberry and Alex Outram, I'm Trent Hart. Thank you for tuning in to Anahuac Sports Live, and we'll see you next week.